Hey everybody, welcome back to M.O.T.R Vapes, and today we are going to be reviewing the Ijoy Limitless Lux co-product designed unit right here in my hands. Let's get down to it. Let's unbox this unit. Let's see what's inside of it. Yow! Getting down to the brass tacks of what's going on here with this unit. This is the packaging that this Lux has come in. The packaging. This is what this thing looks like from the outside with the plastic still on this unit. So let's get this apart here. Let's just tear open into this nice big friendly box unit. Take that plastic, put that aside. You got your, ooh, shiny. Should be shiny. Brand new, fresh. Dun 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 dun. Joy. There we go. Enough of that dramaticness right there happening. Let's get this box out of here. Now you have your Lux. Dun 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 dun. Underneath your box. Let's take that aside. We're not done with this box yet. Let's see what other hidden goodies and trophies and wonderful things that they have going on here. I can tell you one thing, they've got something special for you. They've got something special for you. Here are the two interchangeable sleeves for the 18650 batteries. Right there is where they are. And they throw in a battery charger. I know you can see it, but I'm not going to talk about it yet. They throw in the nice battery charger, USB charger, and you have your warranty card. Very good. You might be needing this. Defect could be the fact that, well, you'll see, and I'm devastated about it. Limitations. All right, that's good. Another manual. Ooh la 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 la. Perfect. Now let's get down to it. Push all that away because it doesn't matter anymore. You get the skull, the limitless skull going on here. Oh yeah. What a skull. So I guess you could just take that. You can pop that on your unit. You could put that right there if you really wanted to have like something on it. I guess you can put one on either side if you really wanted to. I don't find this particular sticker that amazing as far as stickers go. I probably would have done something else, but whatever. That's part of the brand. That's part of the Limitless logo. So, huzzah! Down to it. This is the unit directly out of the box. This is what this bad boy is looking like. Right here. So you have, I'll show you a couple different angles of what's going on here. Nice up front. Keeping it going. Keeping it classy. Keeping it relevant. Keeping it real. You can see the logo right there on the bottom of it. 215 watts max. Anyways, so this thing is 101.8 millimeters by 57.9 millimeters by 31 millimeters, or 4 inches by 2.7 inches by 1.2 inches. So she's a nice little size. The screen on it is 0.66 inches of an OLED unit, and you have your wattage range is from 5 watts to 215 watts, so that they say 5 to 215 watts. You also have an output voltage of 0.5 to 8 volts with it, and you have your lower ohm limits on this thing is a 0.6 to a 3 ohm coil. 0.6 to 3 ohm. Now I do like that. That is something that definitely does appeal to me as far as the unit goes. Now you see these batteries actually come inside this unit. They came inside the unit ready to go, and they are wrapped up. These coils have been wrapped up for the safety purposes of transport. There's plastic over everything that is being covered or can be covered, so that could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, depends on if there's any sort of defect going on. But you believe that they check for that stuff beforehand, so let's just unwrap these batteries right here. Unwrap them up, take this thing apart. You have your battery. Now M.O.T.R has these batteries rated at a 30 amp and not a 40 amp for continuous discharging. I believe that's what it said, or what I read there. So keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind. These say that they are 40 amp and 4200 milliamp hours, 4200 milliamp hours of battery life inside this battery, and I am having a hard time getting this case off with my fingers. The other one came off easy, and now I am looking like a tool, like a tizzy tool. So let's just break that apart there. Perfect. Now, after the hard struggle of a long day's work, these are the batteries right up Ijoy battery. These are Ijoys right there. Looking good. 40 amp. Everything I just said. High drain. ijoysig.com. Made in China. Ijoy. Scratch and check. Scratch it and check it. Ooh. Ooh. Now I got a number. Anyways, probably shouldn't show that, but showed it anyways. So the batteries are nicely wrapped. They're put on here. Quite nice. Ijoys. Anything, I've never seen one come with batteries inside the unit like this before. I'm not saying it's never happened, but I've just never seen it. So inside this, you have your battery casings right here. You have right down here, this is what's holding your battery together. This is a magnet, and then you will also see that right here, there is a groove. It's a bump and it's a little groove. So that's what you'll hear click when it goes inside your unit. So let's just take this here, take that, gets this far, then that's what clicks down. This is all of the security in the world that you have to keep your cover onto your mod. One bump. Not two bumps. Now, they couldn't be bothered to put a second bump inside this unit. They just put one bump in there and figured that was going to be good for everybody. Why not? Who doesn't like one good bump every now and then? That sounded like a bad term. Oh, God. Anyways, this is the unit right there. It's got the stainless steel threads going on it. It is nice. Everything goes down smooth on it. It is well made up top, I must say. And the big button right there. And let's take our batteries and put them on in. Push down, push in, push down, push in, which is indicated right here. And there is actually, this looks like a charging port, but this port is strictly for upgrades only. This is not a charging module to go on here, just for upgrades. That is it. So let's take that sleeve, put that back in there. So here is the screen. Okay, well, screen is upside down. The screen is upside down. I'm pushing up, everything's going up. So we're pushing down, everything's going up. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the center right there. Push that. Now she's flipped back around. Everything can be read. 1, 2, 3. You got your nickel, your titanium, your stainless steel, your power, which is just your wattage right there. 1, 2, 3. This next one over is what switches up your screen back and forth. And this is your hitting function. You can have normal, hard, soft, or user. So 31.1 in user mode. Huh. Oh. Now I can have 46.6. That's something fantastic right there. And you can scroll over using fire button. Now, I don't have a hang of this user mode right now, so I can't talk about it too much. I just know that it exists and it is on here, and that is a function. So, very good. Let's get out of this. Oh, yeah. Foolish me. Click. There we go. So now we're back to it. No atomizer. Hold down your 2 top buttons. Nothing happens. There is no action for the 2 top buttons going on here. Let's see the fire button and the lower button. You have no action going on. Fire button, the other button. You have no action going on. So there is no lock function for this unit. You have your off and you have your on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Limitless Ijoy Lux version 1.0. So that is fairly odd to not see a locking function. Just no atomizer. Maybe I need an atomizer on there. Maybe I need a little something. I'll just pull out my own. There you go. When I put my atomizer on top of this unit, and it will just show me it'll read my ohm 0.139. So that is really specific. That is really, really specific. 0.139. So that's it. That's all that's happening there. That was mine. Now here's the one out of the box. Fresh. Unsullied. Oh! So, still though, that's all you got with this unit. It looks nice and it looks good, and you got the stickers on there. And I'm going to be talking about how I feel this unit performs and what it should be like. So let's go back up top and let's have a talk about it.
Alright, so now that you've seen what's inside the box, let's talk about the actual unit itself. I like that when it says online, in nice big letters, it says it has a big button. It's got a big button. That's something cute, that is. A big button. So your finger's not going to miss it because it's thumb big. But also, it's got the screen display up top. As I showed you, this thing is a nice little display. You can flip that unit around. You can change your settings. Also, you've seen all that stuff. So let's get down to the real issue of what's going on with this unit. And this one touches me very personally in a very, very sensitive spot, and not in a good way. This thing right here has a cover on it. It has a cover, it has a sleeve, which is right there. So these 22650 batteries are being covered up by this sleeve. You can see in the picture there's a wood one back there. Wood. But this one is not the wood. This just slides on over here, protecting your batteries. But you know what this thing does not protect in any way, shape, or form? It doesn't protect the unit from sliding out of it if you apply any sort of real force to it. Now, I'm not even talking about like excessive force. I'm not saying like, huzzah! I'm not talking about anything like you're ready for battle with this shit. I just mean like, oh, let's take this, put it upside down, let's give it a half decent shake. This is my mod right now. This is the mod. Everything's right here. And the sleeve is left in my fucking hand. I've had this thing fall out on me twice in day-to-day activity and use. Twice. The magnet is sitting right there on the bottom. It is one magnet on the very bottom of this unit, and that's it. There is nothing else. They have like this little, what looks like a slot where it could possibly clip into at some point. Like they were going to use this little bit right here for something, and it doesn't do a fucking thing. It doesn't do anything. It's just your magnet. That's it. Your magnet just slides into the bump. Where it's got a little bump right here, so that seems like it's clicking something. It looks like it's actually clicking. It gets to that bump, and then you have to push in. That's your protection, a little bump. So I am 100% devastated by this design, and I mean blown away, devastated by it. I don't know if I'm just this crazy anomaly of a person, and there's no one else out there that does this with the units. I don't know, but I took all my stuff out. I took my cap off. I took my coils out. I took my cotton clearly came out with the coils. And there's some juice on the bottom of it. And I was just doing a quick recoil and a quick re-cotton and a bunch of dirty juice down on the bottom. Instead of taking this off and going over and washing all up and cleaning all up, I was like 2 steps to a door. So I took it outside and I went, fuh, to clean off. Just a little bit of juice that's there. Like, oh, there's excess juice. Fuh. And I don't know if you've ever dripped too much on your unit as well. Now you have excess juice and you go like, fuh. And you just get that excess juice off, and so like, oh, now it's all in my fucking mouth and shit, or you blow it down, now it's all over my hands and my mod and shit. You just go, fuh. So I did this fuh motion, and the whole unit just went, like it fucking launched out of my hands, and it nailed the ground, and it was all cement below me. So I was devastated. I thought that oh my god, new mod, but it must have hit the patch of dirt just outside and bounced up onto the cementy part, because it didn't have any damage done to it, and I was just like, a sigh of relief came over me, a bit of devastation, but a sigh of relief. I didn't know whether I was coming or going then. I didn't know what was going on, because I've been looking forward to this thing for so long, and that just blew my mind away. That they would put so much time and effort into a unit and then have this ridiculously shitty cover put onto it and expect that this is actually going to protect you in any way, shape, or form, as if this is a bulletproof casing that once it goes on, it's good. It's not. It will fall out. It will come apart. But with that being said, if you're not someone who's going around and out and about with your units, if you're not doing this to clean off your thing, if she's sitting on the desk, if you're just in and around, you know what? I'm at work 95% of my fucking day. My shit is on my desk, and it still happened to me. So, anyways, that is the Lux. That is the Lux right there. An excellent little design unit. Shitty cover for the actual mechanics to it, but she looks sleek. She fits in the hand nice. She's got a big friendly button. Big friendly button. Yeah. And there was something else I was going to say. That's right. The sleeve. The actual sleeve. So when I first originally saw this Lux, they had the black, they had the wood grain, and they had the kind of like cheetah print type sleeve going on here. So I'm just going to change up this right here and show you the rest of them. So now what they have are all these funky patterns, not just those 3 basic kind of dealios going on there. They have a bunch of funky patterns into it. They have like the army pattern is on there, some wavy pattern, some like fire looking pattern, and like a snake looking skin pattern, and a bunch of random dots looking like it kind of got hit by confetti, not like paint but just like confetti spray, which also kind of bothers me a little bit. You have, this unit, and it's like, it feels like they just ignored this sleeve altogether for a second time. At least if it's going to fall off and it's have the potential to come out. It's just potential, right? It's not really it's going to happen. It's just it could potentially happen. You would believe or would think that when they put the design on the sleeve, it wouldn't be just some random design that you can get from any old internet page or site or anything. They just took an old wallpaper that was sitting up there, like, yeah, let's slap this around this unit and try and sell it to people as an upgraded pattern for a sleeve. Now, I do like the wood looking ones. I do like the wood grain look to it, but all the other ones, they seem like they're such a cheap upgrade for this unit. And maybe they're just skins, and I haven't done any further reading into it, that they're not actually the whole other sleeve. But they could have done a lot better with that. They could have come out with some sort of nice custom designing with like good detail to really enhance the skin of this, or enhance the bottom cover. Like, you could have put in effort that really kind of blew us away, not just another cheap looking pattern. Like, it could have been something. Like, it could have been something. You could have been a hero. Could have been a champion. But instead, they just went with, let's go the cheap and easy route. Let's just shove a few patterns on here and see what they're gonna fucking buy it. So who cares how much effort we put into it? Which I did not appreciate. I think most of my discomfort comes from the fact that this thing flew out of my hands and nailed the ground. But with that little bit of biased discomfort, I am using this unit. This is how it got used, and this is how it happened. So, sum it up. Amazing, amazing battery life. Battery life for literally 48 hours for 2 full days on 110 to 140. And I'm not easy on my units. Like, it just didn't sit there on my counter for 2 days. I was going through it very, very harshly, and it did excellent. It passed the test. Even with the 18650s, the battery life is amazing. This right here with these two, with the 8400 milliamp hours, outperforms a Rouleau with 9000 milliamp hours any day of the week. Any day of the week, you get better battery life out of this unit. You can fire down the 0.06, which is nice because every once in a while I get a coil. Well, I get a coil, which is just under my 0.1s, 0.09, 0.08. So I think that is an excellent little feature to be having with this unit. And I do like the design of it as far as the aesthetically appealing to my eye. It does feel great in the hand, but what it lacks is that further commitment to making the better mod for tomorrow, not just having the mod of yesterday with a couple extra upgrades, but cheaping out on some sides of it. But that has been my look into the Lux. Let's see what you guys think about it. Maybe you have one, maybe you've got one and you're just like loving the thing to death, and I'm absolutely crazy and I should just not ever be shaking my mod, or just I should be going around all the time making sure it's never in my hand down like this for whatever reason, for a just in case situation and a conversation. Thanks guys, and have an excellent day.